Today's headline is the Dalton Gang. The subheadline says, a family of outlaws who have long been feared in the Southwest. It says, among the border desperados who find their calling and occupation gone since the opening of the Indian lands, none die harder or with more vindictive malevolence than the Daltons, known everywhere as the Dalton Gang. Other criminals pursue their dangerous calling with as little noise as possible. They at least try to keep out of the way of the officers. The Dalton Gang seem, on the other hand, to court publicity, and there's nothing apparently which they relish so much as a fight with officers and a posse. Ever since a form or semblance of official authority has been maintained in the Indian country, the Daltons have been the self-appointed and generally recognized representatives of the lawless spirit which resisted the intrusion of courts and the interference of marshals and deputy marshals as a violation of their personal rights. They've had the sympathy of the criminal elements in all parts of the territory, but have remained outcasts because they've been dangerous guests to entertain. They've been the subject of long and diligent quests of United States Marshals and their deputies, sheriffs of counties, and city marshals of aspiring towns. On more than one occasion, pitched battles between them and their prisoners occurred, but never in the open. The Daltons have always outgeneraled their enemies, selected the battlefield, fortified themselves, and forced the fighting. The authorities have, on the whole, lost more than the outlaws, although the latter, either through death or removal, had diminished in numbers during the past 2 years, from 7 or 8 to 4 or 5. 2 of them, it's believed, are in the Mexican mines. A third is known to be in Arizona, where he's outlawing on his own account and without a partnership. If the whereabouts of all 3 of the missing Daltons can thus be accounted for, it appears that they have lost nothing in the fights of the last 2 or 3 years. They could all answer at roll call. The list of casualties among the men who have pursued them is much greater. 2 or 3 of the United States Marshals who have died with their boots on in the territory in the last year or 2 are to be credited to their account. Among the posses, 4 or 5 who have been killed are charged up to the Daltons. And although, in all probability, they are not responsible for all the men killed from ambush, they are for many of them, and the number of men known to have been killed by them in running fight is not small. This story came from the great state of Illinois, being reported in the Oak Park Reporter of April 15, 1892. Thank you for joining us today. If you want to continue to uncover all of America's lost and forgotten history, then remember before you leave to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and remember to like and comment below. And we will see you next time on Americana Archives.